Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am today here joined by Hans Sama, Rogue's ADC. Hi, Hans.
Hello, happy to be there.
It's very nice to have you here. And the first thing I want to jump in is your career so far. Right now in Rogue, you are having a very splendid career, but you've started playing competitively when you were very young. I mean, your first experience was between 16 and 17 years old. So how would you describe your development so far?
My development so far, I think that a lot of things changed. I actually started to play competitively. I feel like it was around 14. At 14, I started playing a lot of tournaments, even though that was like semi-professional. And since 14 to now, a lot of new experience, a lot of new people that I've met. I think I changed a lot as a person, becoming more mature, I guess, and knowing how to deal with this environment, which I would say that is quite a stress environment because everything is so competitive. You have to always perform well, and you need to. Then I learned to implement a lot of new routines to get my performance more constant and starting to improve constantly every day.
I guess that in an ever-evolving game such as League of Legends, it's required to evolve with the game every couple of weeks. And I want to talk about that later. Next, I want to talk about Rogue. We had the occasion to speak with Odoamne, the last split, about the internal environment in Rogue. So not only about your team, but your coaching staff and all the stuff dedicated to your personal development. So how have you found yourself in Rogue, both with your teammates and with your internal staff?
I feel pretty happy being at Rogue. I feel like at Rogue, we have a lot of things that were implemented to have a really nice positive environment, so we can always improve stress-free kind of. I feel like at Rogue we are doing a lot of how would you say it? The culture is a bit like, yeah, everyone know how important it is to understand the psychology of a like athlete, like. Our sports psychologist at Rogue, he helped us a lot in order to maintain or improve our performance. We also have a lot of sport every day. We have good nutrition. We have like everything is like everyone is like so committed to make the team like feel even better. We have really nice staff behind us that supports us to be able to just do our best in our games. And I pretty like it so far at work since the beginning of 2020. It's been a really nice new adventure for me. And I like how the environment was set up, and I wanted to help as much as I could to benefit for that environment.
Pretty nice. Let's say Rogue is making sure to have not only the best player possible, but the best human being inside the organization.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of amazing people there that are working their hardest.
Since you joined Rogue, every split was a step up from your team. Your first split was a 5th position, then we had 3rd position, then the 2nd position in the playoffs in the LEC. How would you project yourself in this summer split?
Yeah, every split we kind of improve because I guess everyone become more confident. Everyone wants to work hard. Every week feels like productive. So I guess the results can show it. For the summer split, we just have to keep going with the routines that we have, not slacking off or even going further, because we have two players that we've learned to play with, which is Odo Amne and Trimby for the spring split. They are there just since the spring split. Especially me and my partner, my duo partner. I think we're gonna be even stronger for the next split. Maybe some people might consider us to be the best. bot lane in EU at some times. But I think we have a lot of things that we could work on to even be better. And I'm excited to see how much we improve for the summer split. Me and Trimmy. I think it's always a bit like that. My second split with my support is much better than the first one, because I tend to always work closely with my support to get to know him closely as well. And after a while, you just I guess become more comfy, know what the other needs. You just skip steps faster. You just learn more together.
Listening to Trimby in the post-game interview with Lord Valais on the Riot broadcast, we heard him talking about Rogue trying to improve their aggressiveness, their way to close the game faster, to live in a more fast-paced way during the game. So what can you tell us about this team development so far?
So Rogue has image where Rogue has a style. Maybe from the outside view, they would say that it's kind of no fighting view. I think in my view, it's our style is like very a nice strength to get as much as resources around the map. So you tend to not go for useless fight most of the time, and you would just get a lot of gold lead by just taking camps, getting tempo in the map, pushing side lanes. That's a really nice strength for us to have it. But sometimes we have to learn to create some angles to fight, even though that doesn't follow the macro, even though that doesn't follow how you want to maybe rotate for a tower. You just can use your champion there, so maybe the team can play aggressive around that champion that can actually do something, which is something that we want to improve on. That can make our game much cleaner, much faster, I guess, from the outside view. And I think it's a really nice skill to have when you face international team. I don't think we actually needed that much. Maybe in EU, I think we almost won EU with just having the style that we had, which is doesn't mean that we never fight. It's just like we take fights that actually
you're meant to win.
Obviously good, yeah. And just playing our style purely. Me and Trimby are on the same page on it. The whole team is on the same page that we have to work on some things. So that's quite nice.
Last couple of questions. One is your take on the evolution of the bot side meta right now. We are seeing a lot of hyperscaling at the carry as we were used to, but we are also seeing a lot of hybrid defensive at the carry like Frozen Heart, Ezreal, or Rando Incog right now. And we are seeing Riot pushing further very aggressive AD carry, something like Draven, which you were always known for. So what can you tell us about the evolution of the bot side meta?
There's a few ways you can play the meta in the bot lane, I think. At least for me, I remember playing some Kalista already from the week one. It's not like a super scaling AD carry, but I think there's now you can just play the style you're sure that how you want to win with this style. I think aggressive AD carries. I tend to like more aggressive AD carries than just scaling AD carries. You do, because when I play scaling AD carries, I just kind of rely too much on my team to enable me, or not enable me, but to make sure I'm safely scaling. I tend to play aggressive AD carries so I can help my team much more, become more stable on my own. So sometimes we tend to ban Ezreal to create this game where maybe you don't want to rely on scaling as much from both sides, because then you can play some Kai'Sa, some Tristana, and both have decent scaling, but they maybe fight more in early game. Also some maybe hopefully Draven. Draven has been buffed, so Personally, I think is quite viable in the solo queue. It does so much damage. So yeah, I think we're gonna see for this week 2 what type of champ I will take.
Last thing I want to ask you is about the rest of the LEC so far. We are seeing some power level shift, mostly based on the roster shift we have seen in the off season so far. So I want to ask you, who do you think will represent EU in Worlds exiting from this summer?
I think the teams that will represent EU, well, we have 3 sports, right? So I would say, well, for sure us, Madlands and G2.
Well, we'll see, and I wish you the best of luck for the upcoming week. I surely hope to see some Draven, but we will see. Thank you so much for this interview. It was a pleasure having you here, and see you next time, hopefully.
Thank you. Thank you for the interview.
Bye.